welcome to the stage your host and compere, Mr. Colin Manford.
I got into comedy about 4.5 years, nearly 5 years. I was at stand-up. I was doing Salford Uni media performance, and I just got encouraged by my friends really to go try a gong show out.
Yeah!
And it kind of just went from there. Really, that was my first gig. It was horrendous, but yeah, that's how I got into it.
Well, that went alright, didn't it? I'll tell you now, that was all new stuff.
Yeah, by yours, it was literally started when I was a student, when I first started stand-up. And I kind of broke a rule, like an unwritten rule, in stand-up, an open spot starting a night for stage time. So I didn't start that night for it to be a great spectacle and a great night of comedy.
Dad of 4, Keith Lally, 49, said he'd invested his life savings in a van and a bouncy castle, but now he'll have to sell them after being banned for drunk driving. Businessman. Van and a bouncy castle.
It was so I could just be on stage all the time and practice my stuff. And it kind of just fell perfectly into place, and now it's been 4.5 years, and it's become one of the most talked about nights on the circuit, and everyone wants to play it.
Salford, hola! Hola! Oh, no. Más fuerte, con cojones! Hola! Hola!
Biggest achievement in comedy, it's happened this week actually. I've got an agent had a meeting with me and decided to sign me up, which means they can take over my bookings now, get me a few more gigs, get TV work.
Oh, I did that. So in a few years' time, this is where you're going to be. To be fair, I have Marie Cronenberg and get £50.
So please, just repeat after me. Eins! Zwei! Actually, I should stop that. I'm not that
I chose media performance at Salford Uni, not really for the stand-up, but because of the success rate it had for people like Chris Bisson, who was on Coronation Street and Shameless, and Peter Kay.
How long does it take to buy a dog in Mexico? 2 hours.
My all-time favourite comedian is Richard Pryor, who, was just hilarious. I can watch his stand-up and still cry.
So who's drinking? We're all doing excellent on a school night. Enjoy it now, because trust me, it stops after a while. A scary thing happens. The word party starts being prefixed with the word dinner.
But even like modern day Lee Evans, and my brother, obviously Jason.
Hey, at least he's honest. Are these your animation buddies? And I know the real people, not you drew them all and they've come with you tonight. That was the case, you're very good at animation.
He's a big inspiration to me, so when I got this agent, I rang him straight away because he's the biggest influence in my life.
So Big Ryan, are you ready to start us off? Yeah. Yes, full of energy as well, that's what I love about you, Big Ryan. Well, let's hear you're clapping and you're wooing.
I've seen him from where we all started, from this open spot, and I've seen him progress and grow to this star that he is now on, selling out the arenas and is on TV.
Do you know, you can set the boy out of Manchester, but eventually, police get involved. You gotta give him back.
Every day was so wonderful, then suddenly found KFC.
What first interested me in comedy, I think, as a child, was we used to go on holidays to Blackpool a lot. So obviously that's sort of like the northern home of comedy, like traditional comedy. So I used to see loads of acts like Frank Carson when I was younger, and like Jimmy Cricket and things like that. So I used to love watching them. And
it comes to the time of the night, about 3 o'clock in the morning, when you've got your last tenner and you think, right, I'll save that for a taxi, or could I have another drink? And being the university educated woman that I am, and being mature, I think, right, let's get some Jaegers in.
Well, I've done sketch-based comedy for quite a while now, probably about 3 or 4 years. And I kind of got recommended into that. I was sort of coming to the end of my sixth form career as such.
I have CDO. It is very much like your English OCD, though in a much more pleasing coda.
And my head of sixth form's older brother does live sketch comedy, and he's taken it to the Fringe, and he travels around the country with it, and the female that they had in the trio was leaving, and it was just by chance that I was becoming available. he met me for a drink and really liked me and asked me about my comedy interests and things like that, and basically took me on board, and I've been kind of touring up and down the country, mostly sort of Midlands and up, for about 3 or 4 years now, and that's kind of what got me into sort of the comedy realm. Now and then I get insecure and I eat cake. What a bleeding mistake. In terms of limitations on female comedy, I think sometimes that it's more in the television area that's perhaps where that exists, because there's always a token female on a lineup, say for like Mock the Week or something like that. There's the token female on the panel.
There's a couple of celebrities in tonight who have actually cocked already. We've got, I mean, I didn't want to do this to you, pal, because you showed me where the toilet was before, but like a sort of slightly overweight Jay from the In-Betweeners.
My biggest achievement to date was, I met Colin Manford through the university, and he was really, really kind to me, basically, and was good enough to give me a 10-minute spot on one of his charity gigs before Christmas at the Laugh Inn in Chester.
Mucho more complicado. Todos, en un momento tenemos música. Otro special boy?
Which is a gig that a venue, that he co-owns, which was just a mind-blowing opportunity to be given at such an early stage, because I think I'd only done about 3 gigs by that point.
Back in 2 weeks, we'll have a fantastic lineup. Let's give it up for all the acts you see tonight.
This was my first time in stand-up comedy and I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
It was really good. The comedians were all professional. To say they're all amateur, they really got in some good material.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
I got up and I was part of the act quite a bit, dressed with a poncho and stuff like that. That's not happened before.
It was amazing, I liked it.
Really enjoyed it. It wasn't too dark, but it got the edge that everybody was expecting.
Yeah, I thought it was a really good night. I thought it was really funny and I really enjoyed it.
I laughed myself sick.